Hello and welcome back to the Final K. I think my camera's actually off. I think that's it. But yes, welcome back to the Final K. We've got stage 1 of the Volta Catalunya. 38k to go. There's a breakaway out the front of 1 minute and 50 seconds. It has got Baptiste Vestrofa. There's the two brothers, two Asnar brothers, Josh Burnett and Tyler Stites. I think that's his name. But yes, first stage of the Volta Catalunya. Stack start list. As you can see, stage 1 on your screen currently. Let me get the red arrow out. So they are currently sat. They're currently just sat right about here. So that's where they currently are. About to hit that wee hill and then descend down into the final 20k, where it does look a bit technical with a lot of the hills. Favourites on your screen, we've got Dorian Goudon as the main favourite going into it. He had a very good Paris-Nice and he is my pick for today's stage. So I think with the Paris-Nice and with how well he did in the Paris-Nice, he got a stage win and then he got 4th in one stage, 2nd in another. He is doing very well for Ineos at the moment. There's also Tom Pidcock on there, 2nd at the Milan-San Remo there on Saturday. So he's coming in as 2nd favourite. Commentators were saying there that they don't know if he is going to go for this stage due to fatigue, which after hearing that, possibly, but I would still like to see him there. And he deserves to be on that the favourites list for the stage. Third favourite, Ethan Vernon. Now, when I was doing my prediction, I was weighing up names and I seen Ethan Vernon and Brady Gilmore, and I went with, when I was thinking of names, I seen them two and thought I went with Brady Gilmore over Ethan Vernon because I just thought it would have been like a more punchier finish. But Ethan Vernon is still a good shot. I think NSN are predominantly at the front of this peloton here doing a lot of the work, and I think one of the people doing the work is Brady Gilmore. So I think they're working for Ethan Vernon and he is going to have a better chance. 5th on the list is Magnus Cort Nielsen. Now, Uno X rider, very good at punchier stages, and he didn't have the best of Milan San Remos. Now that wasn't the best of Milan San Remo. Where did he come? 111th. Oh, jeez. So yeah, he didn't have the best last year. He did very well, but I think that was because he had the Tirreno. He did the Tirreno before it and built up to it. He got 6th last year at the Milan San Remo. So he had the build up of the Tirreno for the Milan San Remo, but he's a favourite going into this. And then last on the list is Remco Evenepoel. Now, hasn't raced since February at the UAE Tour, and he's back for this one. He was stuck at the top of the mountain in Tenerife because of a snowstorm, and but yeah, I could see him winning it. I'm expecting 0 viewers, gang. All right, you all good? I would expect Remco Evenepoel to be there. I would like to see him be there, make things a bit interesting, but my pick was, can't even remember who I picked. Dorian Goudon. That was my pick for the stage. So I hope he wins. Bahrain are at the front. Oh, sorry, that was another one I was thinking of as well when I was at Buitrago, and I think that is who Bahrain are working for, possibly. But Bahrain, the front of the peloton for the past, since I started watching it, which was about 60, 70k to go, there was Bahrain, Ineos, and NSN. Them 3 teams were at the front. You think Remco and Pidcock are going to attack? I think that's a bit optimistic. I would love to see it, but I don't. I think it's a bit early in the stage. But then again, you never know. You never know. When it comes to cycling, anything can happen. So where are they at now? 35k to go, or 35.6k to go, if you're looking specifics. Do you reckon he's cooked for GC? Do you think so? I think he's going to do a lot better in the GC than people expect, because he has had a month to recover. Well, I say recover, but he's had a month to prepare and work on the mountains in Tenerife. But I think he'll do better. Steep mountains are going to cook him. All right, Bobby, all good. Steep Mountains. He's rode this race before though, and the Steep Mountains he's rode before. He came the first summit finish, the Volta. The last time they rode that was in 2023. Oh no, hold up. Stage 2 in 2023. Yeah, and Evenepoel came third up the Volta, and then stage 3 the rode the La Molina, which is stage 5 this year, and he won it. Now I know that's 3 years ago, but I mean, he does the same every time. Dauphiné 2 years ago, he was already bad. I'm being optimistic for him. I think he will. I'm so used to Twitch. I've got a setting on that I try and get the. There's only I think it's only like a 5-second delay on the thing, so I try and get it as undelayed as possible for the races. Why didn't I put him in the team then? Because I've limited money and I prefer Pidcock. Glazing. No, I'm just being optimistic. I don't want to go in and Remco's gonna do awful, and then the race he does do awful, and you're like, oh, I expected it. I'd rather be optimistic going into it and hope that he does well and keeps things, interesting. You're being very positive about this race, Hound. So Remco's not going to do well. Lipo's not going to do well. But I think obviously Red Bull are going to expect a lot from them because they are the two main ones going into it. But yeah, I think they will. I think, well, my hot take was they both finished in the top 5. So I'm a Bora fan. Other than Roglic and Pele, everyone is going down to that one. So you've Hindley as the leader now. You want Tom Pidcock to go back to a World Tour team? If he did go, who would he actually go to? Because he would Ineos, and then he went to Q36. Red Bull have just moved to the front of the peloton now. So Red Bull are at the front on the far left. On the far right is Bahrain. And the breakaway is 1 minute and 24 up the road, 33k to go. Who would Pidcock actually go to if he did leave? Who could afford him actually? Because I'm trying to think. I don't know who he would go to. He wouldn't go back to Ineos, I know that. You hope Lenny gets top 2. GC, yeah. That'd be great to see him after his unfortunate finish in the Paris-Nice. He did very well, but unfortunately, I think he was 5th, maybe, or 4th. But, that was the echelon stage 4, when everything just blew to pieces. Imagine it'll be even more OP. Pidcock them off. I was thinking NSN, and I don't know why. That's who I was thinking. But I highly doubt he will leave. When's his contract then? Red Bull are really pushing here at the front. They have their entire team at the front here. Where's Remco? Remco is sat in 3rd wheel. Only sign Onks. Ciccone top 3 GC. Over Skelmuza? To be fair, Lidl have a pretty strong team going into it. They've got Ciccone, Skelmuza, G West. So it's a pretty strong team, but I do think you're right, and Ciccone would be the main guy in it. But I think Skelmuza would need to prove that he is he's still got it, seeing Juan Ayuso's still there and out injured, so this is where Skelmuza needs to step up. So a minute on the GC, the minute on the peloton now from the breakaway. The the breakaway still consists of Vestroffer, the Ansar brothers, Josh Burnett, and Tyler Stites. So yeah, Ciccone did. I forgot he was riding the Tirreno. You're right. I forgot he was riding the Tirreno. He got announced like last minute. He's 6th in GC. Fuck, I forgot all about that. 2 top 5s, a 7th. Yeah. Yeah, that is a good shot. Yeah. That is fair. Fair shout then. Definitely a top 10. Potential top 5. Don't know about... I could get a top 3, you know. It all depends on all the other, right? If Joao Almeida shows up on form, Lipo shows up on form. Why did I call him Lipo? I don't even know him. If Lipowicz shows up on form, Remco Evenepoel, if he shows any sign of form in the mountains, he could possibly get it. But it all depends on all the other big names in it. I think Lenny Martinez, I think he's going to cook. Jonas Vingegaard, there's no point. He's obviously going to cook. Yeah, if they won't debate on the leader. Because Scalmuser will want leader. He'll want leader, and so got Q36.5 just on the back of the Red Bull lead out here. I think there's 3 riders. I seen Sam Bennett. Glad to see him back. He rode the what did he ride? Grand Prix de Denon. Yeah, it was the Grand Prix de Denon. So I'm happy to see Sam Bennett back after his long stint out. Oh yeah, no, I know Scalmuser. He's not. I'm just talking about, you know, because of the whole thing with Juan Ayuso and them saying Juan Ayuso and Scalmuser wanted to be the top dog. So now that Ayuso's out, Scalmuser needs to step up and prove that he is going to be the top dog at Ineos at Little Trek when Ayuso's out, and they go to an ad break. So before the ad break, I seen Lotto and Mercier at the front, but it is starting to pick up here with pace. Average 42.5 kilometers an hour, 28k to go. I should actually change that. I should have had a poll going. I'm all over the show here. I should have had a poll going. So 30k to go. Ciccone is better than Ayuso and Scalmuser. What race was it last year? Obviously, I wasn't doing any of this. I only started it this year, but I remember predicting. I predicted. I looked at the list for the San Sebastian last year, and I said Ciccone will win it. I said it to myself. I didn't say it to anyone else. So I don't know if you could class. I'm gonna take it but I predicted him to win the San Sebastian. Who wins stage 1? Let's add a couple options. Let's do Gudon as first. Seeing everyone seems to be talking about Vernon. Let's add Vernon in. Pidcock or Evenepoel. Let's do Pidcock. Actually, no. I don't know. Let's do Evenepoel. Seeing Red Bull are doing quite a lot of work at the front, so they're obviously going for the win here. And then let's do other. So there's a poll up if you want to vote on it. My vote is for Gudon. Play PCM. Guess who won the Giro? Lipo, Sexas, Carapaz, Lenny, Felix, Yui, and Pidcock. Guess who won it? I'm gonna, seeing that they're all the riders you've given me, I'm gonna guess Pidcock won it. I really want to get PCM. I really want to play it. I want to see what happens with the new game that's coming out. What do you call it? Velo something. Felix. Anyone? Felix won, very good. Valid victory. I want to see if I want to see because I've been following like the images that are coming out and stuff like that. So I want to see what it is, what I actually when the trailer drops for it, because it does look pretty good as well. But I really want to play PCM. I'm just used to the other one, the Tour de France game itself. When did I start playing that? 2000. Well, I had the 2009 one on my Xbox, but then I never got it again until 2014. So I didn't. So I've been playing it like pretty much every year except from 2014. I think the only year I didn't play it was 2020 and 21. I think were the 2 years I didn't play it. I know it's I seen it's on discount at the moment. I think it's like £10, so I might actually look at getting it. Right, so we're back on the stage 1 of the Volta Catalunya. The coverage is back. Q36.5 are at the front. Sam Bennett doing a lot of work on his own at the front here, but they have got a team of about 4 riders at the front. Red Bull are in behind. They're just showing the breakaway, which still consists of the same 5 riders. 41 seconds up the road. Vestroffer, the Asnar brothers, Josh Burnett, and Tyler Stites. They are the 5 in the breakaway. I think the winner of the KOM Category 1 climb was Vestroffer. So I think he got the 10 points for it. Yeah, he did. He got the 10 points. But it looks to be all kicking off here. We can play multiplayer together. Can you play? Oh, you can. I've seen your man. There's no point in us playing multiplayer. You're going to cook me. I don't even know the controls. But I've seen people play multiplayer on it. I would literally get cooked because I don't have a clue on any of the controls. You can teach me. I'll change this here to 25k. 25k to go. 30 seconds now. The peloton has. You want to play it, but none of your friends haven't. Are you like the only one in your friend group that likes cycling? Right, so we are just about to hit the hilly-ish section. Let me get the red arrow back out. Where's that red arrow? That's where we are now. So that is where the stage is currently at. Just about to hit this first hill. So this is where it is all going to hopefully kick off and make for. Yep, sadly. I don't know. Well, I was lucky. My brother liked it as well. He doesn't really follow it anymore. So it is my dad. He's a massive cycling fan. So, but it is just really me that watches it, keeps up to date with it now. But 24 seconds, 23 kilometers on the dot. Red Bull on the left as they go round a roundabout. The split. So Red Bull go around the left hand side of the roundabout with NSN on the right hand side. We're seeing Uno X. That is Alpecin as well. Red Bull got the worst of that. Red Bull have dropped down about 30 places after that roundabout. Their whole team's just been swallowed by the peloton. I give you £2 if you buy it and play with me. You will give me £2. So 17. So the breakaway is going to get caught here. No, if I do get the thing is, I'm on an Apple computer, so if I do want to get it, I need to buy like a Windows add-on, and it's like 50, 60 quid, and then you buy the game on top of it. You barely got a job today. Oh, fair enough. First day on the job. Fair play to you. Unai Asnar drops out the back of the breakaway now, so the breakaway's down to 4 with 16 seconds on the peloton. But like I was saying about, I can get you Windows for like 5. I'm not getting no dodgy Windows browser. If I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it properly. Yeah, I'm all good on that. Sounds a bit dodgy, like. But Ineos are at the front now. Is that Vingegaard is on second wheel here in the peloton? two NOX riders on the wheel of Vingegaard, and then there's two Alpecin riders to the left of them, as Little Trek seem to be coming up on the right hand side of the road as the second Asnar brother drops out of the breakaway, and they're down to three: Josh Burnett, Tyler Stites, and Baptiste Weisstroffer. Right, 21.9k to go. As Tyler Stites now drops out of the breakaway, so we're down to Weisstroffer and Josh Burnett. No real team seems to be significantly three Little Trek riders on the right hand side of the road, but no one is really taking charge at the front. At the front of the peloton, Vingegaard sat in second, third wheel, obviously for position, and doesn't want to get caught in anything if there's a crash or an attack. But there's one rider for Bahrain doing a lot of work at the front on his own now. So 4 votes on 1 vote for Evenepoel, 3 votes for Gudon. So they're on this hilly section now, about to hit the final 20k. Breakaway's 21 seconds up the road now. So they're just showing the helicopter image. Now they're showing the back of the peloton with riders dropping out the back. But I'm expecting a very fast pace over these hills. Technical descents. I've seen like a bird's eye view of the, I say bird's eye view. I've seen the map, and there's a lot of turns, a lot of corners in this final 20k. So if there is an attack and they can get away on the descents, but the peloton is riding quite hard, so I do see a bunch being in there. Maybe if someone breaks away, maybe 5-10 seconds maximum they'd get. Lenny attack, you say? I think we're gonna see a Santiago Buitrago attack, quite like the Cadel Evans when he attacked on it towards the end. If that is if they are going for it, or if they're just protecting Lenny. But if someone was to attack, I would think it would be Buitrago. Anyone else for an attack? Valentin Pari-Pantre if he wanted to attack, but he'd be working for Mikel Landa. But if he wanted to attack, why not? Anyone else? I don't know if anyone else would make an attack. No. Unless one of the main favourites wants to do an attack, but I doubt that. I think they'll be looking for a nice safe finish into the first stage. O'Connor, I don't think he's punchy enough for an attack on these type of climbs. If it was a lot steeper climbs, it would be possible. Why is my mouse not working now? Not great. Right, 20k exact, well 19.9k to go now, but Little Trek at the front, 2 riders, and then there's 3 riders. So I thought that was Ineos in third wheel. So 3 riders from Ineos. 3 riders from Little Trek at the front with someone from Red Bull in fourth wheel. Then one of the little leaders. Let me think. Skelmoser maybe? I don't know. Free Kuss. You think Kuss should leave Visma and go to someone? Where would you send them? Or would you just send Free Kuss and allow him to be a leader and win something like the Vuelta? Peloton 20 seconds down on the breakaway now. Josh Burnett, Weisstroffer, they are the 2 out the front. Oh right, let him attack. Let him attack. No, he will be making sure Vingegaard is all good. Time for GC Kuss. Well, I said, for my hot take that I put up on TikTok was two riders from the same team to finish in the top 5, the GC. And I said Lipowitz and Evenepoel. And then someone commented underneath it saying 3 riders from Visma are going to finish in the top 3. Obviously, Vingegaard, Kuss, and then the third, I think someone else commented. I think it was Piganzoli, and someone else commented another name. Maybe it was Nordhagen. Time for GC. It's a meme. That shows you how caught up I am on the cycling memes, because I've never seen it. Oh, right, okay. From this one. Oh, right, okay. Okay. Makes more sense now. 18.4k, Weisdorfer at the front of the breakaway doing the majority of the work here as Josh Burnett comes round on his right to take a turn. 18 seconds. I doubt they'll get it, but we've still got Little Trek at the front. Evenepoel isn't, that's who it is. Evenepoel's in 4th wheel. No teammates around him. Oh dear. Either they'll be protecting Lipowitz, or he's just like lost his whole team. But Visma are there as well. 4 riders from Visma. They're looking pretty strong. Obviously keeping Vingegaard positioned in case anything happens. But I'm surprised Remco Evenepoel's there on his own. So they are on a small-ish descent before the next hill. None of these hills are categorized. It's just like all up and down, up and down, up and down. But they are about to hit another incline here. So they are. Well, the breakaway is. But Little Trek doing a lot of work here. I would love to know who is sat on 3rd wheel for them. Skelmos are probably. That's who they're probably going to go for the win here. But no sign of NSN. They were looking for, obviously, Ethan Vernon and possibly Brady Gilmore, but they were at the front majority of the day, pulling, and no sign of them. Neither for Ineos. Ethan Vernon is at the very back off the peloton. That's him dropping. Ethan Vernon's dropped. Ethan Vernon has dropped. Oh dear. He's at a puff. That's him away. So bird's eye view of the peloton. Little Trek still there. Visma. Ineos are in the middle, about 3 or 4 lines back from the front. Skelmos is quick. Maybe trying to drop the sprinters, yeah. I think that's why Little are pulling quite a lot. And it is working because Ethan Vernon has dropped. But who is that at the... Skelmos is in 2nd wheel. Theo Gegenhardt is in 3rd wheel. So that is it. I don't know who the front rider is, but Ineos have now moved to the front. That's Jay Vine. The mustache. Jay Vine's riding it. He got announced for it, didn't he? So Jay Vine's at the front here for the... As Filippo Baroncini from UAE drops out the back. But UAE are moving to the... Who is UAE going for? Who's going to sprint here? Brandon McNulty? Possibly. EF Education there coming up on the road, obviously for Carapaz, if he wants to sprint. But there's a lot of teams here that I wasn't actually expecting. As Vingegaard now sits on the wheel of the 3 Ineos, or the 3. What is my obsession with saying Ineos when it's not the 3 riders from UAE? So the UAE riders are at the front. Vingegaard is on their wheel. You think Almeida attack? See if there's attacks from the GC on this first stage. Fuck me, we're going to be in for a great week. Because I was not expecting a GC day today. Obviously, Remco and Pidcock, if they went for GC, but they're obviously punchers as well. But I really wasn't expecting a Vingegaard, Joao Almeida. But if they do attack, Lipowitz, the Red Bull aren't there? Yeah, that's why I thought. That's why I thought Vingegaard was at the front. But I'm surprised to see UAE at the front pulling. Like I thought they would have let another team like Little Trek do the pulling. and obviously just sit at the front ish with Vingegaard. I wasn't expecting them to do the pulling. Told you Lipo cooked. No, but he hasn't dropped or anything. Let's not get carried away here. He's just to be fair, I haven't seen any Red Bull rider except Remco. Since that roundabout where they went around the right hand side, merged back with the peloton about halfway down the peloton after being at the front. I haven't seen them at the front at all. Peloton is 7 seconds behind the breakaway now. 15 kilometers to go. So we've got 15k to go. Still Baptiste Weisstroffer and Josh Burnett out the front. Burnett rides for Burgos and Weisstroffer rides for Lotto Intermarché, just in case no one knew. So we've got Ineos at the front with, is that the whole team? Minus that guy that just, was that 5 or 6 riders I just seen going in that corner? So Josh Burnett on his own now in the breakaway. Weisstroffer has dropped. Fair play to him for keeping going. It'll not be long before he is caught though. 14.4k. But the peloton is moving fairly quickly through here. They're showing the trees, so I can't really see anything, but I just see trees. There's the peloton there. Weisstroffer getting caught by the peloton now, but it is still UAE at the front. How many riders? 1, 2, 5 riders from UAE here at the front. 3 from Little Trek. 3 for, there's Red Bull now. So 3 for Visma. 5 for, I nearly said Ineos again. 5 for UAE. 3 for Little Trek, 3 for Visma, and then I just got a glimpse of about 2 or 3 riders for Red Bull there. And the peloton is split into pieces here. The amount of people dropping out the back now, it's all over the place. A lot of riders. There's a rider from, who was that? Luke Tocqueville, that's who it was. So rider from Red Bull out the back, Visma out the back. Obviously not the main riders, but the peloton is dwindling down here, so it is. There's a fan. I don't even know what there was a fan cycling down a parallel road there. I thought he was a part of the race. Where'd he come from? 13.5k to go. So I think about 5 kilometers just flattens out. Maybe no, not even. I'd say the final 2 or 3 kilometers are flat, and then the final 1 kilometer, half of it is uphill at 4.2% average. So UAE are still at the front. Ineos, where's Ineos? Nowhere. Ineos aren't here. I seen Uno X riders. I don't know if one of them could have been Ineos, but I can't see any Ineos riders anywhere. So Josh Burnett here should be getting caught pretty soon. I think it's about 4 or 5 second gap on him. Luckily didn't pick. I actually had only in my team as well. I had him in my team. Right, there's the bird's eye. The bird's eye view's too far back. I can't see the colours. I just see shadows. Obviously, they can't have cameras really at the front of the peloton because they are going that quick on the descent. But it would be nice, if we got a wee zoom in maybe on the peloton, because it just looks like ants on a hill. Right, so they've got the back of the peloton here again. There is Ineos riders. I can see Ineos now. They're all over the place though. 12k to go exactly. UAE still at the front with 5 riders. Visma are still there with 4 riders behind UAE. I'm going to assume Red Bull are still there. Last time I seen the front, Red Bull were there with 2-3 riders. But Josh Burnett still out here on his own. Still can't get caught. To be the views are cracker here, like, even though the majority of it is just trees, but the views are still good. Right, surely he's going to get caught now, and then we can get front camera view off the peloton. So Uno X are still there. Magnus Kort Nielsen, obviously, looking for a potential win after a disappointing Milano San Remo. So from what I can see, Ineos aren't even in the top 50. Right, so Josh Burnett has been caught. We've got UAE at the front still, like I've said, Visma there. And then behind, right, we've got to zoom in bird's eye. So behind them is Red Bull. There's a Bahrain rider, 3 Little Trek riders still. But UAE are trying to pull this thing apart. Pull this thing apart. 11k to go now. But the way this race is going now, I am actually surprised. I didn't expect this now. I expected Ineos to be there, NSN, Red Bull potentially. But I did expect Ineos to be at the front here. I'm obviously they may think, you know, Gudon get into position in the next 5k. But we're focusing more on only in the GC. But I am very surprised because Ineos were at the front with NSN and Bahrain the majority of the day at the front of the peloton, but not a single sight of them within. I can see a few of them towards the middle. The whole peloton is stringed back. But I can see it's towards the middle. I can see, well, they're showing the back. I can see 1 or 2 Ineos riders at the back, but the furthest one up, I'd say, is about 40, 50 places down. $10k to go, so we've hit the 10k mark. 10 kilometers to go in this Volta Catalunya. So how's the poll looking now? 8 votes, 50% say Gudon, 38% say Evenepoel, and 12% say other. None for Vernon. None for Vernon. But the other shout is actually looking very good at the moment. Right, Ineos riders anywhere? They're showing about the first 10-15 riders here. No Movistar's there. Is that Pinarello? I think that's Pidcock. So Pidcock is sat about 10th wheel on. So Evenepoel sat 9th wheel. Pidcock is sat 10th wheel. Vingegaard is sat 7th wheel. And they're just all in a line at the moment. So that is the way it's currently looking. Then you've got Little Trek, one rider from Little Trek on the wheel of Pidcock. Don't know who it is. But it is looking to be a GC day here. Who we're missing? Lipowitz we're missing massively. On Lee, obviously. Who else? So Florian Lipowitz isn't there. Mikel Landa not there. Felix Gall. Haven't seen Decathlon. Lenny Martinez. Someone. Oh, I thought that was. It showed someone from Bahrain dropping. It wasn't Lenny. It was someone else. I seen AF Education not a wee while ago. I think there's a rider from Movistar there. Could be Mas, could be Utebrooks. Don't know. Don't see any Jayco. I'm saying this. I genuinely could be blind here, but within the first, I'd say 20, 30 riders. I know there is someone from Movistar there. There's 3 riders from Uno X. The entirety, pretty much the whole of the UAE team there. Visma's there. Right, who's that dropping out the back for Decathlon? No one in... No. Not anyone to note. So with 8.5k to go here, someone from, I think that might be Jay Vine, pulls off from the front of the UAE, so they are down to 3 riders, is it? They had 5, they're down to 3 maybe. But Vingegaard still sat with his teammates. Right, I see an Ineos rider now. That Ineos rider is maybe... I see a Jayco rider, so that could be Ben O'Connor. But it really is just a guessing game here. 8.3k to go. UAE are ripping it in this final 20k. Like, literally trying to... Obviously, they're really confident in Joao Almeida here. So we're looking for... should have picked Joao Almeida. Should have picked him. Right, so there's a split now forming. I can see a split forming in the peloton. But it's who is in this front group. Damn it. So what... Right, who's this? Ciccone. Ciccone dropped out the back. So who's that with him? Le Surf as well from Quickstep dropped out the back. Who's that from AF Education? Number 5. Noah Hobbs dropped out the back. So no Ciccone. There's your there's your pick for top 3 hound. They're obviously going full in on either it will be Skelmuza going full in on Skelmuza. 7.5k to go. So what about right? What was I saying? What do we know? We know Vingegaard's there, Joao Almeida's there. We know Skelmuza's there. Pidcock, Evenepoel. There's 2 riders from Movistar, so I'm going to assume that is Utebrooks and Maas. I'm not 100% on it. There was I seen maybe 2 or 3 Bahrain riders. So you would hope Lenny Martinez or Buitrago are still there. Right, here we go. Someone from Jayco. Someone, but they're all over the show. Someone from, is that Lotto? So 4 riders from UAE at the front. That's a surprise. I'm going to assume you're talking about Ciccone maybe, dropping out the back. But so Vingegaard is left with 2 teammates now. So Vingegaard has went from 4 to 2. UAE have went from 5 to 3. Evenepoel is right. So Vingegaard sat in 6th wheel. Evenepoel on his wheel. So Evenepoel sat in 7th. Pidcock is sat in... What's the same? Evenepoel 7th wheel. Pidcock 8th wheel. Got a message here. Apologies. How do I... There we go. Muted. But 6.5k to go. The 4 main ones are there. The 4 massive names are there. Pidcock, Evenepoel, Joao Almeida and Vingegaard. 2 riders from Movistar, but the peloton seems to be forming back together again. We're getting more of a bunch now, and there's an attack out the front from Bahrain Victorious. Here we go. So 2 riders from Bahrain Victorious attacking out the front. Vingegaard straight to their wheel. UAE have sort of went all over the place. They have 2 riders left now on the wheel of Vingegaard. I would love to know who this is for Bahrain. If I had to pick anyone, I'm going to assume it is Martinez and Buitrago. I'd say they're the only 2 able to do that. Final 6k. So Buitrago is the... the commentator just said looks like Buitrago's right on the side. I'll take his word over mine because... So we're coming into the final 5k. 5.6k to go. Govakar. That's who it is? Or that's who you think it is? Jonas versus Lenny rematch would be fun. I agree. Especially in the high mountains after that stage in the Pyrenees. It was a glimpse of what things could be. But if Lenny Martinez and Vingegaard go here for the sprint in this one, I'll be gobsmacked. Because out of everyone in this race, you've got, 52 kg Lenny Martinez and, 56, 57 kg Vingegaard sprinting. So we're into the final 5k, 4.9k to go, 4.8 now. Should is there any... Should I update the poll? Because we have 10 votes, 30% say other. I don't think I'll have enough time to update it because we're going pretty quick. Still 2 riders from Bahrain. So the final 5 kilometers are just put up in PCS. So they descend with about 3k to go, flattens out for 2k. Into the 1 kilometer banner, still flat-ish. And then the final 500 meters, it kicks up, or 600 meters, if you want to be precise. But it is. It looked Santiago Buitrago sat in second wheel, so not a single rider for... Oh, two riders from Ineos at near the really bottom of the peloton. It's not Gudon of it. I forgot Gudon's in the French champion jersey. I've been looking for the wrong person. But the peloton has come together here. Well, I say come together. It's not a big straight or a big string anymore. It is more of a group now. Vingegaard is at the front of the peloton, riding on his own. 3.8k to go. UAE are coming up. And who's this now? The camera's showing. I don't know. But Enric Mas. Enric Mas is sat on Vingegaard's wheel. So Enric Mas in second wheel. We've got... This is great. So at the front of the peloton here, coming in the final 3.5 kilometer with Vingegaard, Evenepoel, Mas, Pidcock, Buitrago. There's a rider from UAE. I don't know who it is though. He looks pretty big, and I don't think it is Joao Almeida. But Vingegaard is pulling at the front of this peloton on his own. Evenepoel is on his wheel. Someone from UAE now, or I see me getting names mixed up. Someone from Uno X is now coming up to the front. 3 kilometers left, so they've hit the 3k banner. I think I've said it maybe 5 times now, but the way this stage is going was really not on my list of things to happen. The list wasn't very long, but that's it. The list was 2 bullet points long, but 2.7. Right. Commentator just said Gudon's there. I wasn't looking, so I need to be more vigilant. But Gudon is apparently here. Let me look out, see where he is. There he is. Sat in 4th wheel. Gudon is still here. He's on the wheel of the UAE rider, who's on the wheel of Evenepoel, who's on the wheel of Vingegaard. Jonas Orfram. Brilliant Paris-Nice. And he comes into the first stage of the Catalunya and he's doing all the work by himself here. So 2.3k to go. It should flatten out here when they get into the final 2k. But usually get the teams on a stage like this. But the final, we're 2 kilometers left to go now. And there's not really any teams with more than 2 riders. I see another rider. I see a teammate for Jonas, but he's about 10 riders back. I'd love to know where Lipowitz is in all this. So they flattened out now. 1.8k to go. It is going to go to 1 kilometer in a bit. Well, I said bit in about a minute. So they've done a bend, no crash. That is good. There's no way Vingegaard is going to still be at the front going into the final kilometer. He's obviously not going to win. If he wins this, honestly. Right, Vingegaard has moved from the front. His teammate, looks like Seb Kuss is now at the front. Someone from Alpecin in second wheel. They go round onto the straight, 1,500 metres to go, 1,400. Seb Kuss at the front, rider from Alpecin in second wheel, a rider from Bahrain in third, UAE in fourth. Sorry, I keep forgetting where I'm at. 1,300. Where's Gudon? There's a bit of a split happening now. So Alpecin have now moved to the front. Could be Bussato. Bussato's their number 1 rider. So we're into the final kilometre now. That is them hitting the banner. A few bends here to go. What is happening? So we've got 2 riders from Alpecin at the front. Someone from Bahrain on their wheel. Vingegaard sitting about 6th wheel. Remco sat about 5th wheel. NSN are here now. They have 2 riders a bit far back. But we're waiting for someone to open. Right here we go. NSN are launching. Well, their train is launching. Dorian Gudon's there, but the NSN are at the front with one of their teammates. Second wheel it's either Jake Stewart or Brady Gilmore. Pidcock sat in third wheel. Here we go. Pidcock launches. Dorian Goudon is onto his wheel. Evenepoel now launches, gets onto the wheel of Pidcock. But Pidcock's at the front on his own here. Evenepoel comes around on the right-hand side. Looks like he's going to beat him. Dorian Goudon is on the wheel of Evenepoel. But it looks like Evenepoel is going to get this. Pidcock on the left-hand side of the road. Dorian Goudon on the wheel of Evenepoel. Evenepoel ripping it up here. Pidcock moves into third wheel. Dorian Goudon comes up on the right-hand side of Evenepoel. Evenepoel and Goudon coming into the final 100 metres. 50 metres to go. Evenepoel at the front. Dorian Goudon on the left. Who's it going to be? Evenepoel on the right. Goudon takes it. Oh my goodness, what a finish. Goudon and Evenepoel. Photo finish. What a finish. What a finish. I think Goudon got it. From what I seen, it looked like Goudon had got it. What a finish. What a final 20 kilometers. What a kickoff for the Volta Catalunya. Wow. Pidcock launches. Pidcock launches. Dorian Goudon on the wheel of Pidcock. Evenepoel then launches out of nowhere. Overtakes Pidcock. Goudon got it. They're showing the not even half a wheel. What? Wow. What a sprint to the finish. Fair play to Goudon. Came out of nowhere. He wasn't even there in the final 20k. He appeared with about 5k to go. And he's keeping the form up. Remco went all in. Wow, what a top three. I think Pidcock came, so they're showing a bird's eye view. Who is that? Brady Gilmore, so that's who it was for NSN. He had absolutely no power. But Pidcock launches first. Evenepoel comes out straight onto his wheel. Goudon sat in third wheel. Evenepoel then launches to the left-hand side. Goudon straight after Evenepoel. And then everyone else just goes out of the screen. Pidcock's on the far right-hand side of the road. Evenepoel and Goudon on the left. Evenepoel starts he's still sprinting. Then Goudon comes up the right-hand side of him. Pidcock comes over to the left trying to get onto the wheel of Goudon, but can't. And it is a 1v1 to this, like literally 1v1 to the sprint. Goudon's out in front. And then Remco starts ramping it back up. Remco near caught him. That was brilliant. That's right. You need to be optimistic for Evenepoel. Like, look at that. He's first race in a month since February, and he gets a second. So very good. I'm excited to see what Evenepoel has to bring here for the rest of this Catalunya, especially in the mountains. I'm hoping for a good show in the mountains. Some fan trying to take a photo with Goudon. I'll wait for the top 10 here because still no, what do you call it? Preliminary top 10. So I will wait for it to see what else happened but what a top 3. Volta Catalunya, Stage 1, top 3, Goudon, Evenepoel and Pidcock. Wow. So let's see what... usually PCS get the top 10 first, but sometimes the TV get it. Pardon me. So the bookies got it right. Dorian Goudon, favourite for the stage and gets a win. Remco Evenepoel was 12-1 and he got second. Pidcock 5-1 got third, but I think we're going to get the top 10 here. They keep panning away to show the ocean like they're going to show the top 10 and then... Right, here we go. No. What? No, they're just talking about winners this season for Ineos. Goudon has 2 wins. Ghana has 2 wins. Bernal, Lawrence, Andrew August, Riviera, Sam Welsford and Sam Watson all have 1. They're just showing all the facts on PCS. Gudon is the 7th stage winner in the Volta Catalunya for Ineos. The 40th French winner at the Volta Catalunya. The last time a French rider won at the Volta Catalunya was in 2024 with Axel Lawrence at Ineos, funny enough. Was it? No, he was at Alpecin at the time, sorry. They're just showing more riders cross the road. Can we get a top 10? I need a top 10. I want to know who came what and who came where. They're just showing the other groups finishing. Hold up. Right, they were showing some UAE rider cross the road. I thought that was João Almeida. What happened to Ciccone? I don't know. He just they cut back when they were going over the hills, and they just cut back to him, and he was beside a teammate. Nothing seemed to be wrong. He seemed to be just doing his own pace. There must be Skelmoses for the Catalunya. Giving Pidcock an interview here. No top 10 yet. I'm staying here to the top 10. Oh. Right, seriously. How hard is it to get a top 10? All needs 10 riders. And they've still only got the top 3. PCS usually get it like within a couple minutes. But there's still... Someone must have got a yellow card and thrown out the back. Pidcock there said his legs felt heavy at the start of the race, but towards the end they felt a lot better. So he did have a bit of fatigue, but as the race went on, he felt a lot better getting third there. Is there like a rule at the Volta Catalunya where they just don't show the top 10? Or because what is this? It's been 6 minutes. Crowds out here. They're showing the finish line with the crowds, like. But right, here we go. Maybe they pan back to the ocean on the TV. Bet you from third down or fourth down, no one I can pronounce, and it's just been a waste of time. And I'm gonna butcher every name. Oh my god, no! They planned the ocean. Still no top 10. Pidcock might need a new team. I don't think he needs a new team. I think he needs maybe 1 or 2 good teammates around him. Because does he have like a right hand man? Ciccone got dropped. Does Pidcock have a right hand man that helps him in the mountains? Or I don't think he does he? I know he's got Dela Cruz here with him. Right, back to the ocean. Top 10. Yes, top 10. Here we go. Right, and here we go. Ooh. Right, Gudon gets first. Evenepoel gets second. Pidcock gets third. Silva from Uruguay at Astana gets fourth. Gualdi from Lotto Intermarché, he gets fifth. Lenny Martinez gets sixth. Ricagni at Soudal Quickstep, he gets seventh. Ulig at Alpecin gets eighth. Oscar Olney, so Olney was there, came out of nowhere. Olney gets ninth, that is really good to see. And Lehot at the Decathlon gets 10th. So yeah, I got first, third, and sixth. What did you get? First, third, no dissimilarities there. Ciccone, he definitely did ease off because he looked to be riding at his own pace, and he was speaking to his teammate. He didn't look to be fifth. No, you don't even say it. You got my hopes up. Don't even say it. I got fifth. Trying to get my maybe Fabio Christen for Pidcock's right hand man. Asperin. See what this was saying? We don't really know who his right hand man is. So yeah, I don't think he needs to move team. I think he needs to get maybe one or two decent teammates that can help him. But yeah, I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks, Lenny. 1 Eunice nil. No, I would say it's maybe 1-1 after that performance from Eunice. I'd screw the result. I'd say after Eunice, after that, he's looking very good. PCG game right. We're doing fantacycling. I have a league on fantacycling, so I do. So that's what I'm on. I've got a league going. If you need the code for it, let me know. But you got 1, 2, 3. Fair enough. I said I was gonna put Evanapol. I wasn't. Oh, the PCS game. Oh right, no. We're the fantacycling. It's an app, just like a fantasy cycling app. You pick nine riders for the week or the depending on if it's like a 1 day race, you pick 9 riders for it, or you pick 9 riders for the week long race. But yeah, I will end it here. I'll be back tomorrow for stage 2. Let's have a look. Is stage 2 any? Let's get rid of that. That's stage 2. Sprint finish maybe. What I was saying. I said puncher finish. I think it'd be similar to today's stage. I think it is the final uphill a wee bit. He did get boxed in, to be fair. Well, after that descent, Jonas Vingegaard, he had a teammate with him and he stuck with him. So I don't actually, I'm not staying around for the full results. I'll be here all day. So, but I don't know if he came in the top 20 or not. But yes, I'll be back again tomorrow. If you are still in here, that's stage 2. I will be live for it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I do appreciate it. I'm at 133 subscribers now, which that Volta Catalunya preview video took off a bit. So anyone that subscribed from that, or anyone that is subscribed in general, thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it a lot. I'm on Instagram and TikTok, the Final K. You'll find me there. I post my predictions for the stage wins and all that. But thank you very much for watching. That was definitely a very, very good stage to kick off the Volta Catalunya, and I'm here all week for it. And I'm also live for the Belgian Classics this week, so going side and side with them. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. The poll, I'm just looking at the poll. Gudon 38% and other 38%. So if you voted for Gudon, fair play to you. But yes, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the Final K. Yes, ciao, thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow. All the best.